Okay. So you were reading Dr. Wang's article. The title is called "A Wake Up Call from the Microcosm." And in the article, Dr. Wang says the universe has a disease, the society has a disease, and the human body has a disease. They all similar in a way. You were reading that. So cancer, first start from studying cancer. So the cancer cells, when you observe the cancer cells have lots of proteasomes. The cancer cells are very, very busy. Inside of the cancer cells, the ribosomes are making lots and lots of proteins. And the proteins made, they are not being used. They go into the proteasome to be chopped off. So use a lot of wasteful energy. I mean, use energy very wastefully. It's like going crazy. It's like the society is also like the society where we're living right now, modern society. If you compare the modern society that we are living, compare with the society that is, let's say, a Confucius time. Confucius was living. If you look at how the modern society is going crazy about producing, making lots and lots of goods, lots of clothes, right? Lot of houses, lots of cars,
lot of food,
and just like a huge access. But we don't need that much, correct?
Yeah.
So it's always being wasted. So go into the garbage dump, garbage, right?
Yeah.
So you have production and you have consumption. So it's called a mass production and a mass consumption.
Yeah.
Human society of today, if you compare with the time of the old time, it's almost like compare a cancer cell versus a normal cell. Okay? So right now, the human world, we don't even know that we have turned into cancerous to the universe. Okay, the human world on the earth, the human being, the way of operation, if you look from out of the space and look at this, it's like a cancer cell. You know what I mean? What's really going on in the human society is like if a divine being look at the human world, oh my God, it's a cancer cell. I'm just giving you an analogy. Okay?
Yeah.
Just like the scientists look under the microscope and look at a cancer cell versus a normal cell. You see that the cancer cells are going crazy. It makes a lot of things that it doesn't need. And then go straight into garbage dump and chop. And all the energy is being turned into waste and turned into heat. And it's almost like burning itself slowly to ashes. You know what I mean?
That is the black hole, you mean?
That is like the universe, black hole. Let me explain to you what is a black hole.
Yeah.
So let me explain to you what is a black hole, okay? If the scientists who study the stars, they look into the stars, they look into the Milky Way, right? The Milky Way. Look, Milky Way has lots and lots of stars, right? They see black holes. What black holes is that scientists notice that it is sucking out a lot of stars into it. And it basically suck it out. And scientists believe that once it's sucked out, it got destroyed. So black hole is a place where the stars are destroyed. Understand?
Yeah.
So the proteasome is the proteins that got destroyed. Understand?
Yeah.
So it is just a large scale versus a small scale.
Yeah, that is the good one.
It's not good because it means death. It means destruction. So that's why cancer cells has lots and lots of black holes, which means proteasome. If you enter into a cancer cell, you see it's a crazy world. You know, it's called a destruction. The proteins are all being, soon after they are made, they didn't even live long. They already head towards total demise, total destruction. And human world is the same thing. Like, you know, if you make a clothes, very soon it goes into garbage, right?
Mm.
I mean, right now it's all cheaply made and very rapidly consumed and turned into garbage. If you compare the garbage of today on the earth versus the garbage when Confucius was living on the earth, it's unimaginable, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. So basically, it means that the universe is sick, has cancer, and the human society is sick, has cancer, and of course, human body will have cancer too, right?
Yeah.
So these are like 3 levels of correspondence. Understand? So that's called the end of the time. Okay. So that's what I understand, that if scientists, if you ask the frontier life science researchers, if you ask the most frontier astrophysicists, you ask those great leaders in the modern physics area, they study black holes, they study, the universe, they study many, celestial objects. I guarantee if you bring the group of scientists who study the universe, you bring a group of scientists who study cancer, you bring a group of professors who study sociology, human society phenomena. If you bring these 3 group of scientists, experts together into our room and discuss, they understand Dr. Wang's article immediately. You ask me, what is society disease? What means society's disease? Human world society's disease. I'll give you an example. For example, I always say our 2 buildings are like the Twin Towers, right, of Flushing. But we all know the famous Twin Towers of Manhattan, right? So Manhattan has these huge Twin Towers. And then, one day we saw the Twin Towers blown, right? Disappeared, right? And so after the Twin Towers went down, remember before when we go to take an airplane, we never need to line up and get our bags or checked, right? Before 9/11, there was no such thing. After 9/11, if we go travel, it's a big hassle. We always have to line up and get all our luggages totally, x-rayed and see and check our safety. And we all are considered a potential terrorist. Agree?
Agree,
So
yeah.
this is called a society disease. It's a very abnormal action. Okay. Let's say the attackers of the Twin Towers are like the virus. Okay. So once the body was attacked and suffered through an injury, the body's immune system starts to be activated. So the immune system starts to backfire our own safety. So from then on, the human world have to be slowed down because of it. Check, safety. Look, before the school, when you go into school, there is no security guard sitting in front of the gate. And the students doesn't need to go through security to enter into the campus. Now, human world also have, the students also need to be checked, right? Safety, like this. And many very strange things. For example, right now, the prisons, human world prisons are all jammed up. Lots and lots of people are sent into prison for taking drugs, marijuana, right? Cocaine, and all kinds of stuff, right? They all got locked down into the prison, right? And so, the human world, the society no longer is operating in a balanced way. And the society has lots of all kinds of manifestation of abnormality, abnormal behaviors.
Abnormal, yeah.
Gay marriage, for example, right?
Yeah.
The phenomena of gay marriage and abortion and euthanasia. And very obviously, there's one thing about the whole world consider communism to be, a form of economical model. And do not consider communism to be evil. So that's why communism pretty much occupies the whole world right now. And that is, if from the other dimension to look at the human world is a cancer. modern people are against the tradition, against the divine. When you are against the tradition, against the divine, against morality, disregard morality, humans are no longer human anymore. Without moral guidance, human beings are not considered to be human by the divine beings who created human. Agree? So in the eyes of the divine beings, human beings, many of them are cancer cells. And they're going to be eliminated. Because the divine being will not allow cancer to be ruining the whole universe. Agree?
Yeah.
So that's why this is called a society disease. For example, the Twin Tower fell down, and then later all the policy changes in the human world. It's an autoimmune disease. It's like a diabetes. So, give you an example, or like HIV, AIDS, okay? HIV/AIDS is a very vicious form of autoimmune disease, or COVID-19. Okay, COVID-19, in every regard, it's a social disease. Understand?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that there are social disease, there are human body disease, there are universe disease. They actually all corresponding to each other. So that's why Dr. Wang says that the solution of cancer is as big as how to solve the human world disease, as big as how to solve the universe disease. Because according to the Tao school teaching in China, Tao talks about the law of the universe. But the universe that Tao talks about is within the Milky Way. So in that level of understanding of the truth, Taoists always say that what's inside of us is what's outside of us. Which means that whatever happens in your human body corresponds to whatever is happening in the human society and in the universe. So what Dr. Wang observed is she studied a molecule, and then she enlightened to the truth that actually the molecular world truly is a reflection of the human society and the universe. So that basically is a modern enlightening thoughts of the Tao school understanding of the universe. Okay, so that's why I said it's called a holographic universe. Holographic universe means look at your ear, right? This is only the ear, right? But within the ear, you can map out where is the head, where is the 5 organs, where is the arms and the legs and the feet and hands, right? So this ear contains the message of the entire body. And as a matter of fact, you don't even need to use the ear. Of course, the ancient Chinese medicine says the palm has the entire body too, right? Within one finger, you have the entire body. But now at the level of molecule and the cell, within one cell, you have the entire human body right in it. Just take one cell out, the information of your whole body is already in one cell. So it's called a holographic universe. Holographic universe means within one cell, within one grain of sand, you have the entire universe, right? You understand that?
Yeah,
so the universe problem you can detect in one cell. And so the problem that Dr. Wang was looking at within the one cell of the proteasome problem goes straight into the black hole problem in the universe, you see? So it's corresponding to the other. It's like a mirror enlarging. The image is enlarging, that's all. It's just at the different scales. The problem of the large universe can be reflected into the tiniest little cell in our body.
So means because of the disease of the universe, so infected in human society and the human body. That is
No,
correct?
You still didn't get it. As a matter of fact, this all corresponds to human mind. Look, so what actually the most important insight is that, conclude here, when the human mind is not balanced, then it will reflect onto the human cell to be not balanced. Then it will reflect to the human body to be not balanced. Then it will reflect to the human society not to be balanced. Then it will be reflected to the universe to be not balanced. Understand? So they are all one. We our eyes deceive us. Our eyes deceive us that all these are separated. We, because of our human instrument, we are deceived. We think that they are separated, but they are not separated. They are the same thing, but manifesting at different scales.
So starting from
The starting point is our mind.
Yeah, that's,
Understand?
Yeah.
So that's why Dr. Wang talks about that Greek myth about this man looking into the water and see his image in the water. He thought that image in the water is a separate person from him. So he started to fall in love with the image in the water. And he loved that man so much in the water, he didn't want to eat, he didn't want to sleep. Eventually he died. Human beings are also falling into this ignorance. We, looking outside of us, this material world, we think it's so beautiful. We want this, we want that, we love this, we love that. We spend all our time playing with the material world, not knowing that all the material world our eyes can see are only a reflection of our inner self. That's very deep. You initially didn't get it. What I want you to know is that Dr. Wang revealed the top secret for the mankind to be awakened. Let those people understand that whatever you see in your life that you are attracted to, it's only a reflection of your true self. So don't pay attention to your reflection, but go back. Go back to your own true self, because you already have the whole universe within yourself. You, yourself, your spirit is the core, the truth. That truth can manifest into many, many material things in different levels. Okay?
So means
But all actually need to come down to your true origin. And if you can enlighten to that truth and go return to your true origin, then everything will return to total peace and harmony.
So problem is the evil mind, starting from evil mind, then infected everything.
It is not called evil either. It's called ignorance. It's just called being lost in delusion. Fundamentally, all the evil comes from ignorance. It comes from deviation from your true self. The ultimate solution of every problem in this universe is for the human spirit to find its true identity. It's called returning to your true origin. When you are first created, you have everything. You are completely balanced. And it is because you departed away from your origin. Then everything starts to go wrong, and become wrong. Eventually we're heading towards total demise. Understand? So your mind has to understand that truth first. So Dr. Wang's article is trying to bring people to enlighten to a very profound truth about don't seek for solutions from outside. It's not possible. Even cancer, people say we're going to conquer cancer by developing science and technology. We're going to conquer cancer. Dr. Wang is saying that forget it. You can never conquer cancer because the true cancer is yourself. Deviation, your own deviation is causing it. So let your mind return to your true origin. And so-called moral education is for people to remember their correct position in the human world. But that's only the starting point of the journey to return to the spiritual truth of true self. Understand?
Very good.
Very good.
Thank you for your